Alright. I know I haven't been consistent with the Fairy Tail anime reviews. It's just honestly, the Fairy Tail anime comes out at a very inconvenient time. But I'm going to be talking about this episode, and hopefully, no promises though, I'm going to be talking about the Fairy Tail anime here and there at the very least, because these are some of my favorite parts of all of Fairy Tail for that matter. So yeah, majority of the episode was indeed action. Some of the fights were cool, some of them like Natsu's fight, his opponent is like mind-boggling, because it's like the dude has the power of Hades, or Hades, however the hell you want to pronounce him, and, you know, you would think that, oh gosh, you know, it's one of the most strongest motherfuckers around, but he was just like turned into like comedy, and like you would want for something like that, having that type of power, you would think he would just be able to annihilate everyone, and granted, Natsu and them did, you know, give him the works back in the day and shit like that, but like, I was expecting him to come in and just like, whoa, he has that power, you would think he'd own, but it was just a little bit too on the funny side. And then when he was absorbing Natsu's soul and shit like that, I was like, you're not giving me that belief that you're anything other than a joke. Some of the other battles were kind of cool though, seeing Mita go in. I mean, when Mita Jane has to struggle, that's when you know the villain is actually pretty decent. Because Mita normally, you know, she goes into her mode, she kicks ass, and that's it, end of the day. But she was actually struggling, and I mean, getting books thrown in her face, which is weird to say, like, hey, Mita's getting beat up by books. But yeah, she was actually having a decent struggle against her opponent, which is good, because with Fairy Tail, you know, a lot of times it's, I love my friends, bam, end of discussion. So the fact that Mita was struggling was good. I mean, granted, Lisana was right there. I don't get why Lisana didn't jump in. They could have tag teamed this bitch or whatever, but at the very least, she's struggling. So we have some credibility in the threat, which is Tartarus. And I mean, I think the title of this episode was a little bit misleading, because it was called Wendy versus Azel. I think that's how you pronounce them. And half the episode, maybe a quarter of the episode, was that a lot of it was Wendy, you know, flying over there, which, by the way, I want to talk, I know I've said this in the past, but I haven't said it again because, like, you know, I haven't talked about Fairy Tail in a while. I just really fucking love the art change. I know a lot of people don't like it, whatever, but I feel that it just gives it such a cinematic look with the new colors and whatnot. It just really feels cinematic, and I think it helps as well to make the actual animation, even if it isn't stellar animation, since it looks really good, it helps to make it look decent. Even if the animation isn't godlike or whatever, the art makes it stand for itself. We got Erza versus Kyoka, and I mean, Erza's struggling in this one, and I really like Kyoka. I'm pretty confident, and this isn't any spoilers in any way, but I'm pretty confident of the outcome of this one, mainly because, I mean, she's Erza. That's all I'm gonna say. But easily the best part of the episode is really the development that Wendy Marble has had. I mean, granted, from the moment we seen Wendy, she was a shy little girl, scared, timid, didn't want to fight or whatever, but and this little battle that she had with Azel, and I say little, but in reality, I mean, it's the fate of the fucking world. You got Face right there, whatever. The development that she had to get up, going into Dragon Force, which I think they could have played it up a little bit more epic, but still, she looked freaking badass as hell. Kind of reminds me of, like, Medaka from Medaka Box when she goes into her mode. It's like, it looks epic as fuck. But just to see the development of her getting up, standing up, and like, it just really is a far cry from the little scared girl that she used to be. She really just stepped it up. And I mean, of course, it had to be that she seen one of her friends suffering when Carla was about to get eaten. But nonetheless, it was good shit. I mean, it's a typical shonen thing, but it worked well with Wendy, especially for a little girl, for her to stand up and fight this monster or whatever. I was like, fuck, why did the episode have to end right when she went into Dragon Force mode? And she just looked really sick as fuck. So definitely my favorite part. And overall, good episode for the most part. Again, some fights were like a little bit, but some of them look pretty damn cool. And I mean, just the development for Wendy, cool shit all around. I mean, wow, like Tartarus arc, definitely one of the, if not the best arcs in Fairy Tail. And this episode, yeah, if only Natsu's opponent wasn't such a fucking dumbass, then maybe we could have a really good fight there too. So maybe like a 7.5 to an 8 for this episode. Again, Wendy's transformation could have been played up a little bit more epic, but it looked sweet as fuck. Let me know what you thought of this episode and what you've been thinking about the Fairy Tail anime lately. I mean, I made a video a while back, the Fairy Tail anime lately, when it was in the fillers and stuff, and I wasn't caring for it, but Fairy Tail anime right now is really, really good. So if you're a fan of Fairy Tail, this is the time to be watching. Your overall thoughts of the episode, but that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that'd be amazing. I'm Fineb World, and as always, people, have an awesome day.